Hello everyone, I'm Ryan, and first off, let me just start by saying, you're probably wondering, hey, why am I seeing the results for the Malaysian Grand Prix? I haven't seen the race, you haven't uploaded it yet. That's because the rendering of this video actually kind of screwed up a bit, so there's actually no sound for the last 56 laps of that race. So I decided to put you out of your misery and to show you the results and a couple of highlights from that race. So, and another thing as well, I'd just like to apologise for not doing a lot of regular uploading recently. I've just been trying to work out what I've been trying to do with this predicament that I'm in now. So I've prepared a little series of highlights from the start of the race. So I'll just let those roll through, and I'll see you in a couple bits.
With the clock ticking down, the drivers have a few minutes before the race event starts. Welcome to the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. If you want to send your rivals a message, then really there's no better way than to breeze qualifying, take pole position, and then claim you didn't have to push all that hard in doing so. Talk about being full of confidence.
He's definitely going to be difficult to beat today, but anything can happen, so we'll have to keep a close eye on how this unfolds over the course of the race.
So what would you have been doing overnight if you were Lewis Hamilton to make up the time difference that he needs to make up based on yesterday's qualifying times?
He clearly has a pretty good balance in the car. He just needs to work out where he can squeeze an extra tenth or two to make up the difference.
How excited are you for the Chinese Grand Prix? I'm very excited. We've qualified P11 on the grid. Unfortunately, we've had quite a poor qualifying here at China at Shanghai International Circuit as we wait for the 5 red lights to go out. And I believe I had to pause the game for just the slightest moment. Unfortunately, there's a little bug with this game, which means that all the controls that you've had for the previous time that you booted up the game are now lost, and so now I've had to go back and change them again. But as we were before, we're waiting for the lights to go out. We've got 5 red lights, and out they go. Getting a very poor start, looking behind in the rearview mirror ready to see how the AI are going as we start filing into turn 1, looking at all those sparks coming off the back of that Lotus Mercedes, not Lotus Renault, and we're going around and gaining a few positions around the outside of the AI, having a slight contact there with Vettel, and kind of a messy exit there, but off we go, we're on our way. Into turn 4, I believe. Hulkenberg sparking like crazy into this corner, going up the inside there, but can we hold it? Can we hold it around the outside? He's still there. Can we take it around the outside? And we do. We're starting to hurtle towards the back of Bottas and Hamilton. They're going quite a bit slowly there, but we managed to go around the outside of them using the superior downforce of this Red Bull Renault. Our engineer Jeff letting us know that we have a low chance of rain today. It's looking very clear. The weather's looking marvelous. Very awkward for this time of year in Beijing. As we go on to the back straight, very long, one of the longest on the calendar actually. Unfortunately, because the Renault is so underpowered this season, we're not going to have a very good time in this last sector. We've actually got speed trap information right in front of me. We're actually about maybe 4th or 5th behind the Mercedes and the Williams cars. The Red Bulls were, me and Kvyat. As we complete the first lap, we're onto the start finish straight again. Rosberg's got the fastest lap of the race, which is pretty bog standard considering he's in the lead of the race. Let's see what we have next in our highlights reel. So as you can see, we've actually been tagged for an illegal overtake on Valtteri Bottas, who we managed to overtake on the first lap. He's also managed to kind of catch back up to our Red Bull, and we've tucked in behind him for the next couple of laps. Here we are, a couple of laps later. Not a lot happened between then and lap 13. We've just kind of been stuck behind Bottas, nearly catching him in the corners, but just because he's got a Mercedes engine in the back of his car, he's managed to pull away from us on the straights as he goes into the pits for his first pit stop of the race. We're on to lap 14. He's probably going to jump us later on. I'm not actually sure when we were supposed to pit, so I'm just going to drive until our engineer tells us to come pit in. And that was eventually on lap 16. We're in P4. Valtteri Bottas should be coming across to the start finish line now. Here he goes past us. We've done a 2.4 second pit stop, which is pretty good considering the last couple games sort of had 3 second pit stops in them, so that's good to see, an improvement in that field. Our teammate Kvyat steams past us as we go into the first corner. We should be able to catch him up later on, and we do manage to do that later on in the corner leading up to the back straight. He lets us through quite kindly there, so thank you, sir. But the important question is, can we catch up to Bottas on our fresh set of tyres? So I'm not exactly sure what lap this was. We've gone into the pits for our second pit stop of the race. I think that might have been about lap 30 something or so like that. Bottas actually pitted before us again, so he's going to jump us, or he might have already. We're still in P5, but we're actually behind Massa right now. Can we get past him in this corner? Not quite. It seems he's got a very good line into that corner. It's allowed us to sort of not take advantage of our superior grip and downforce in this Red Bull. Skipping a couple of laps later on to lap 42, Marcus Ericsson in a Sauber Ferrari, managing to have enough speed under DRS to try and challenge us into turn 1. I'm not sure he's trying to do that. He's being blue flagged every time he gets in front of me, but seeing as we've got a Renault engine and he's got a Ferrari that's many horsepower ahead of us, he's managed to kind of keep tabs on us. We're not really pulling away from him, so as you can see, Bottas there, we're trying to defend quite heavily. We've actually managed to outbrake ourselves, and that's allowed Bottas through, and Marcus Ericsson's going to take a look off the back of our mistake there onto the start finish straight for the start of lap 46. We've got DRS enabled. However, Marcus Ericsson still manages to get past us solely off engine power alone, but we sort of outbrake him into turn 1, keeping him at bay. Can we stay off? Still got 25 kilograms of fuel many laps later somehow, as we get around. Well, slight bit of contact with Perez there as you try to overtake him. Several laps later, we've got a yellow flag. Who is this? It's Massa. Massa's got a puncture. This is good news for us. Can we challenge for a podium if Bottas has to pit again? And this got me thinking, maybe we should have a pit stop or a fresh set of options so we can hopefully defend from Massa, because he will be off. He will be on a fresh set of options considering this stage of the race. So in we go, lap 51. We're into the pits. We're going to put on a new set of option tyres that will see us to the end of the race. And how fast can we have a pit stop this time? 2.3, so we've improved by a tenth off the first pit stop actually. Don't remember how fast the second pit stop was. I think it was about the same. Massa, however, should be coming down the straight right now. And we are good for the next 4 laps of this race. And as you can see, at the end of this lap, Massa's already caught us up massively on that back straight. He's going to be up our ass for the next couple of laps. Can we defend from the Mercedes-powered Williams against this heavily underpowered Renault-engined Red Bull? He's got DRS. We defend. He goes through. But can we hold it around the outside? Looks like we're going to. He's still there. We have to leave in space. Cheekily cut him off there. Keep him at bay. And he's sort of backed off, but knowing that Mercedes-powered Williams will not back off. So we have to drive very defensive for the next couple of laps if we're going to keep 4th position, as we kind of cede that position to Massa. We get it back going down the inside of him. Can he hold it around the inside again? No, he can't. We've got downforce, we've got the grip. He's got less grip than us. He's on an older set of tyres as we go wide there around the corner. Leading onto the back straight now. He's going to take another look. Obviously he's got DRS because he's within 1 second of our car. So can he get past us? Sort of a moot point there. He will get past us, but we'll have to drive very defensively. Let's see. We outbrake ourselves massively. He's going to go through. Will he go through? Yes, he does go through. We're going to go fight back down the inside. We're going to have the inside line into this corner. And we sort of go wide. That's forced him to kind of hop on the brakes there. And we're on to the start of the last lap. I'm going to let this lap play through. I'm going to not talk because my commentary is pretty bad. See you at the end. And what a finish that was, what a great last lap. We come home in P5, kind of sad to have ceded that position on the last lap towards that last corner, but Daniel Ricciardo is looking pretty pleased with himself. I'm pleased with myself for that race.
That's another trophy to add to Kimi Raikkonen's already full cabinet. A race win for the Finnish driver in today's race.
It really was a great performance, and one that I think will be remembered for a long time to come.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Where did we finish? We finished P5. Kimi Raikkonen managed to win that race from Nico Rosberg, from Valtteri Bottas and Felipe Massa. Lewis Hamilton managed to finish behind us in 6th with Vettel, Maldonado, Kvyat and Alonso rounding out the top 10. So, our next race, Bahrain, should suit the Red Bull a bit more. There's a few more corners there, still 2 big straights that we need to deal with, but I reckon we should have a very good race. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm Ryan, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the race, and I'll see you for the next video at Bahrain.